So Tucker Eats here in Burger King, not Hungry Jack's, and I'm going to try the new Rendopper burger. I've heard good things about this. So it's a Rendang Whopper. Let's try. Oh, spicy, delicious. It was in 2024 that Tucker Eats, in a moment of unbridled inspiration, put Rendang into a Whopper and invented the Rendopper burger, hailing it as the best burger ever. I hail this the best burger ever. And this is just the latest significant moment in the many significant moments that make up Rendang's history. So I guess it's time to make a Rendang episode then, but not here, across the road in Scbd. Come with. Season 2 is coming to an end, so this is going to be your last history lesson for a while. And then after that, we'll do something a bit different today with the food. So I guess it's all aboard the Tucker Eats time machine for one last hurrah. And today, we're going to the 1300s, where Indian merchants are voyaging to the southern coast of Sumatra, hoping to open new trade routes to Padang. What they trade is not important, but their food culture that comes along for the ride will change the course of history. For the Indian merchants bring with them the knowledge of northern Indian curry. And fortuitously, this knowledge gets exchanged with the locals. And it seems like the locals really took to it, just like the British did 650 years later. The dish was adopted into Padang cuisine, and with time began to evolve, adopting the name gulai. No chili though. The Portuguese don't introduce chili from the Americas to the spice route until the latter half of the 1500s. Imagine that. Indian cuisine, Thai cuisine, and Indonesian cuisine without any chili. Anyway, I guess that belongs as a footnote. With time, a version of gulai adapts. The dish thickens and intensifies in flavour and becomes the rendang that we all know, love, and put in whoppers today. The word rendang was adopted from the Indonesian word merandang, which means slowly, hinting at the length of time it takes to cook the dish. As for the people of Padang, the Minangkabau, well, they travelled, and with them they took their beloved rendang all over Nusantara to the islands of Indonesia, Malaysia, southern Philippines, Brunei, and Singapore. Anyway, I should probably eat some, shouldn't I? Now, all rendang is good, but the dish has great variety, not just from country to country, but from restaurant to restaurant. So here we are in Jakarta, and I don't know what my favorite is. So we've got Surya, Pagi sore, Sederhana, and Nasi Kapau Begadang. Now, to be honest, Nasi Kapau Begadang is just making up the numbers, and it was just top of the list of grab. So the other three I'm very familiar with. So yes, we have a bit of variety here. Different price points as well. Cheapest is Surya at 23,000. Next up is Sederhana at 25,000. Then we've got Nasi Kapau Begadang at 32,800, so say 33,000. And Pagi sore at 34,000. So will that price reflect quality? So I'm a little bit biased here, I'm not gonna lie. Pagi sore seems to be everybody's favorite, but not me. I prefer Sederhana. But I'm going to put that to a blind tasting, and I'm going to need somebody's help. So I'm going to try find somebody that's willing, and we'll see how we go. Excuse me, can you help me? All right. Okay, we're good. Makasih.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, let me try. All right, so from left to right, where is it? Here it is. Okay, the first taste. I wonder what it could be. So that's very rich. The meat is a bit chewy. I reckon that's Surya. As for the flavor profile, it's nice. I think I've had better, but there is a very strong spice blend and a lot of chili in there as well. You know, the coconut isn't shining through as much as the chili. I reckon it's Surya. Number 2. So here it is. So that meat is much softer. Spice blend is a little bit more subtle, but similar flavor. Once again, it is more chili than coconut. Tastes actually similar, but slackened down. What could that one be? I reckon that is the one that I don't know. What's the one that I don't know called? I've forgotten, I've got my blindfold on. So I reckon so far, the second one is edging out the first one. I must look like a complete moron here. I accept that. Sometimes you just gotta do what you've gotta do. Okay, so bite number 3. This one is more subtle. The spice level doesn't hit you high, it hits you lower. It's like a more subtle variety, but there's a deliciousness about it, and there's a bit more coconut. I reckon that is Sederhana. So if I'm right, then it means there's Pagi sore left. But who knows, who knows. The third one is the best, then the second one, then the first one. But, lucky last, let's try this. Is it going to be Pagi sore, or am I completely wrong? Let's find out. That's also really good. I would also call that Sederhana. Oh, now I don't know. Now I thought this was going to be Pagi sore, but I don't think it is. So in terms of deliciousness, these two are the most delicious, then this, and then this. So I'm going to say third, fourth, second, first. All right, let's find out. Ah, Sederhana. Wow, that's normally my favorite. That's normally my favorite, but that was my least favorite today. Fascinating. And then Surya, Nasi, Kapau, and Pagi sore. So the mystery one was my favorite. How about that? Pagi sore was my second favorite. Surya, my third favorite. And what I thought was my favorite was my least favorite. There you go.
What's your favorite rendang?
My favorite, Nasi Kapau Begadang.
Why?
Why? The flavor profile was more subtle, and yeah, it was more balanced, I think. All right, so the plan is, do you want to do a blind tasting?
Oh, blind.
Or you have to go-
Blind tasting.
Tasting. Blind tasting.
So first, welcome to Thankyou Ayu, so welcome to the Rendang Challenge.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Ayu.
Ayu.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Mark.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right, it looks good. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, let's start here. Okay, give me your hand. There you go. So have a minute to think about it.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Good.
Good? All right, are you ready for the second?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, if I'm rushing you, let me know.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
All right, here's the second.
The second one is a little bit salty.
Second one is a bit more salty.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad?
I'm like salty.
You like salty?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, interesting. So it sounds like the second one is winning so far. Now the third one is coming your way.
For the meat, this one is more hard.
Yeah, more tough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that as well. Is that good or bad?
It's a little bit bad.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, are you ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think?
I like the most is the last one.
The last one?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right, that's good. What's your second favorite?
The second favorite is the second.
The second one?
Yeah, the second.
Okay. And then the third favorite?
The third, the first one.
The first one. Okay. So Sederhana is your least favorite. Okay, you can take your blindfold off.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. So your favorite is Pagi,
Yeah.
your second favorite is Surya, third favorite is Nasi Kapau, Padang, and your least favorite is Sederhana.
Yeah, this is the tough one.
The tough one, yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, this one is best.
yeah. So I picked these two as my favorite, but it's so interesting. I picked this as my favorite and this is my second. But actually they tasted very similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I look at it, it's so much darker than this one.
Yeah.
So they look different. but-
Right.
So yeah, is your second favorite as well, and this
Yeah.
is the cheapest.
The cheapest
The
one.
cheapest, yeah. So the cheapest is your second favorite, which is
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not always about cost, right?
Yeah.
But
right.
the most expensive,
Yeah, this one is
Yeah.
because you already have name
Yeah.
in this Indonesia.
it's interesting you went for the most expensive, so your palate is
Yeah.
classy palate,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, well, thank you so much for that.
Thank you so
And-
much. Yeah. Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, goodbye. Thank you. I'm so disappointed with Sederhana, I gotta say. Like, can I even trust my palate anymore? It's betrayed me. And Pagi Sore, I'm like, it's overrated. In my head, it's overrated, but actually, top two favorite. And the wild card, Nasi Kapau Padang, that came out as my top. And like I said, it was just making up the numbers, so who'd have thunk it, right? Well, that was quite fun. And if I think about rendang, from the research I did, the Minangkabau people, because they take these long voyages to sea, they needed a dish that could sustain them and not go off, basically. And that's what rendang and Padang food is all about. It's fortified, the meat's fortified with all of these spices and this long cooking time, I guess taking a lot of the moisture out of the meat. And as a result, it just lasts a long time unrefrigerated. So they can take to the high seas and they can do their thing, whether it's trading or fishing. And yes, that's it, the Scbd episode and the last episode of season 2. Now, just to give you some context where I'm at with the editing, I'm editing Xi'an at the moment. So currently I'm editing Big Wild Goose Pagoda and My Mate Adam episode. So the plan is from here, I'm gonna go back to Perth and I'm gonna hunker down, get my nerd on, get my editing nerd on, and I'm gonna edit the crap out of about 13 episodes. That's 13 episodes, that's hundreds and hundreds of hours of editing. So I'm actually looking forward to that. So editing is like doing a jigsaw puzzle, but there's more than one solution to the puzzle. So you decide what the puzzle's gonna look like in the end. So that's it, holiday done, 4.5 months worth. So Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, and then Jakarta. So it's been epic. It's always epic, isn't it? And a big thank you to Ayu, big shout outs. Thank you for being brave and coming on, and it's so great to get an Indonesian palate on the case. Because, who's gonna trust my whitey palate after all? Yes, so that's it, end of season. Oh, there's a FIFA office. I might just pop in and buy a World Cup. Do you need anything? Peace out, see ya.